Hello YouTube, Michaela Young here. I have been meaning to post this video for a very long time. So without further ado, this is the week at Leatherwood 2024 Mule Days at Leatherwood, which is in Ferguson, North Carolina. It's a beautiful facility. With trails, a indoor or a covered arena, and then a grassy arena, which you see we're in right here. They have Ty Evans come and teach a clinic every year. So I did the 3-day Mulemanship 1 clinic with him, and I believe there was about 15 other people in each clinic class. They also did foundation, which is an all groundwork. At Leatherwood, they have costume contests, which, as you can see, I was a UPS man with a special delivery, since at this time I was 25 weeks pregnant. I am now 38 weeks pregnant, so baby boy still hasn't made his arrival, but soon he will be here. But yeah, I've rode my whole pregnancy. I'm planning to ride this afternoon, and I've had a wonderful time. But Leatherwood was absolutely phenomenal. It wasn't super hot. It was in May, so it was a bit warm. But yeah, my mom went along with me this trip. Usually I go alone, but this time I had my mom come with me. This was during the clinic. Technically, you're not supposed to video any of it, but I'm not going to tell my mom that. She still videoed it, and I was pretty dang happy that she did, because I got to see little clips. I think she only got this video of the whole week, but that's fine. I had the best time with all of my friends at Leatherwood.
You guys help her. Help her.
A lot of the people at the clinic I have rode with many times before at other clinics. And yeah. It was really nice to actually work with Ty face to face, because I am taking his Mulemanship Masterclass, which is a 40-week class, and it was really nice to be able to let him see how things are going in person and go from there. And that was the class, everybody in the clinic, and then we went on a little trail ride afterwards. The trail ride honestly didn't go that great. All of the horses were a little uppity. That was my mom's Mother's Day present. She got a personal lesson with him, and then we did some showing. So I did the halter class, and I got 4th in that, and I was absolutely thrilled. And then the go as you please, and I also got 4th in that, which was crazy to me. There was about 20 or so really nice mules there that were showing, and I was amazed that we even placed. So 4th was phenomenal in my opinion. This was the obstacle course, or not the obstacle course, the trail course, because at Leatherwood there is a 3 class thing for the ultimate trail mule, and we were competing in that, so we were somewhat in the running to place fairly well until this class. He did really good in the trail course, except for one little bobble where he spooked pretty bad, and I almost fell off, and it was very scary for me, especially when I was as pregnant as I was. Luckily, I haven't had any other issues like that, but it was pretty it was kind of like a wake-up call, like, okay, I need to kind of really pay attention to what I'm doing. So we went and we backed through this L, and then we were supposed to, I believe we were supposed to pivot on the haunches, turn on the haunches, yes. And then we were supposed to trot over to the pinwheel. And this is what he spooks at, and my mom didn't get it on video, so y'all don't get to be terrified. But you see my little recovery. We're like, oh, yep. So we go back to the pinwheel. And he was just looking at it weird. I wouldn't have placed me either in this class after that spook, not even gonna lie. And then down here was 2 bridges. So there was one that was fairly normal sized, And then there was one that was probably a foot or less wide. So I don't think any of the mules but one even went across that bridge. So it was definitely a difficult one for a lot of mules. And then after that was a trash pit, which is just had like water bottles and such inside of it. And he kind of looked at it and then went across. I always try to make sure at things like this that I'm not looking at it. And then the only thing I was even worried about on this course, he did absolutely fine, was these things right here. They're, I guess you would call them ramps. And he did the cutest little jump down. And then side pass over to the mailbox or side pass away. And then I was worried that he wouldn't jump up onto the other little ramp, which he ends up doing it perfectly fine. I was worried he wouldn't do that for some reason. I don't really know why. And then we were supposed to do an extended walk to the ladder is what it was called. And my mule can open a gate pretty dang good, but he was looking at these silly flowers. If the flowers hadn't been there, he probably would have opened the gate absolutely perfectly, but it is what it is. It's just part of it, I reckon. But gives me something to practice with. I really want to get more into these trail courses and get a lot better. That is a big goal of mine for after I have this baby, is to work on stuff like this, get him more comfortable with seeing random flower pots. I forgot that it took me this long to do that. Finally, I get it open. And then I believe the course was done after this, and you could just go for extra points to the pinwheel and side pass over. I was a little worried that maybe I shouldn't do that. I should just like exit the arena. But I did feel like he wouldn't spook at it again like he did. Which he didn't. He was kind of looky-loo. You can kind of see him right now like wiggling. But once he realized what I wanted, he was like, oh, okay. So you were supposed to get off on the off side and then send them a whole circle around. And so I have my get down rope that I have to fiddle with for a second. And it was so funny, before I went into the arena for my turn of the class, one of my friends looks at me and she goes, what are you gonna do with your get down rope? It'll be on the wrong side. And I was like, I don't know. I guess that'll just give me something to think about during the class instead of being nervous. But it was a non-issue. And then I'm just getting him to come back over and flipping my get down rope back over his neck where it belongs. And I'm trying to just take my time, nice and slow, and be pretty dang confident with it. And like I said before, we didn't place in this class, but I was still pretty happy with his performance in it. So this next class, I was really happy with. It's pretty much the same pattern except in hand. and he ended up placing first in it, which I was happy with. Yeah, I'll just let you watch this round without really commentating too much. Watching this video back, I should have been centered in these poles. So this was the type of turn I was supposed to do in the riding. So the instructions for the obstacle said like a 3/4 turn on the haunches, and I think I only did a 1/4 under saddle. And I didn't realize it because it said you could go either direction, but obviously that didn't work out if you were you had to pick the correct direction to be able to do the right amount of turning, if that makes sense. His trot could have been quite a bit better going around that pinwheel, but he didn't spook at it. I halfway wish that the in-hand had been before the riding course. That would have really set us up a bit more for success with it. And I was trying so hard for him to stay on this narrow bridge. Like I said, it was only about a foot wide, and he was like, don't know about this, lady. I gave a good attempt at it, though. Next year, I am definitely planning on probably clipping him right before Mule Days, because he just looks so dang silly. Get our trot back going. The mailbox felt really tall from on the ground, not gonna lie. And you can see the ladder a bit better in this video of it. And then the gate. So the gate was a right-hand gate, I think. Yes, it should have been a right-hand gate, which is why I swapped sides to open and close it. And you can see my brace to help hold up my belly. It was mainly so my pants wouldn't fall down, because I can't button my pants at this point, as pregnant as I was. And I didn't want to wear leggings to show in, because that would have been embarrassing. This was the part that was different. They did it on a different pinwheel. But I stood outside of the arena practicing the side pass for a long time, making sure it was presentable. It could have been a bit smoother. He was a bit sluggish about it, but it is what it is. He still did it. I hope they do the in-hand again next year. I really enjoy in-hand classes. I feel like I excel, and I really showcase my training ability in my animals, because I love groundwork with in-hand classes. So then you just side packs back out, and I don't know if that was actually written on the test. It might have just been I was trying to just show off. I don't really remember. Okay, I think it was written into the test because I'm looking at the judge there. So yeah, it should have been written into the test. I walked out of the arena and I like immediately puked. I believe this was from the Go As You Please when he got fourth. It's me just showing off my bumpity bump. Here's our ribbons. The yellow third place is from our costume contest. And then at Leatherwood, they always have a parade, which is super duper fun.
Mom.
To just ride through camp and wave at everybody. It's always fun. That was a friend of mine and her daughter on their mule.
To Nancy with her sword up there, or whatever it is.
So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully my rambling isn't too bad. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!